Hey, I'm having too much fun with the G blues scale. Let me just maybe walk you through it, but the pattern I'm thinking about is something like kind of a standard rock and roll electric blues kind of sound. So we're going to be hanging out around the 3rd fret because that's where the 2 G notes live on the 2 E strings. Big fat G and little skinny G. If we start on the skinny string, you could play like a 3-6-3. I like index and pinky there. You could use your ring finger, either or. So you can, if you leave your pointer finger planted, you can hammer on and pull off. Eventually you might get over to the 2nd string, which looks the same thing. 6-3-6-3. So the notes we're dealing with are B flat, G, F, and D. I would make sure you're good at that before you go too much further. I just bent the F up to G. The 3rd string would be like 6-5-3. That's D flat, C, and B flat. That's where you probably want to use your pinky. So that's called the blue note, or a flatted 5th, which sounds kind of demented. So if you land on that note, you're kind of like really rubbing it in. But if you keep moving, it's not so irritating. So it is effective at being kind of a troublemaking note. So yeah, that's 6-5-3. Then you got your root note, another G, which is 4th string, 5th fret. Then you can kind of work that G, F, G. G, F, G. I like that. So yeah, when you solo, you can just kind of stumble up and down the blues scale, and you might sound okay, unless you're really got an amazing ear to really sculpt it into obeying, and if you can tame that scale, make it sound amazing, it can work. Alright, if you made it that far, you're doing pretty good. If we go a little further, you've got your 5-4-3. That's pretty square-like. There's that other flatted 5th, the blue note. It sounds very demented and weird. dissonant might be a better term, but I think it's weird. Then you got your C, which is a fourth interval. So that is kind of fun to play the. You can kind of practice your triplets there. Then we've got two more notes, the B flat down to G. I'm sure there's a lot of riffs in that scale. If you want to break out of that pattern, I'm not going to go too crazy, but it's kind of too tempting not to do. That you get this F on the first fret, which I always make the point of, like, kind of a sound. I think we need more distortion. So yeah, that F is kind of like, it gives you one lower note. You can, if you want to have a little fun, you can bend that F up to G. Let me add one more note. This is a B flat over here on the first fret of the fifth string. So those are some pretty gnarly low pitch notes. You can grab the C and bend it too. Check this out. And then if you want to scoot up to the D, then you find yourself back in the normal. And let's throw in a couple more bends. You can bend the first string, 6th fret. That's a B flat. Bend that up to a C. Or bend it up to like a B. Second string. Then the third string, of course, the good old 5th fret C, which can go up to a D or a D flat, or something in between. And then, you know, you can start smooshing it up the neck. Like, all right, I'm trying to stop, but it's too much fun. Second string, 8th fret. Pretty unavoidable note. If you compare it to the open G string, so yeah, I'm just getting warmed up. You know, I'm not really playing anything, but just trying to show you the notes. But those are some bends, slides, and little tricks. So eventually you're recovering like first fret. Well, the main shape is between 3 and 6. You can grab a little first fret business and then maybe get the 8th fret, and there's more notes, but let's cut it off there. If you like, you know, I would recommend practicing the blues scale if you like any sort of blues, rock and roll, country, punk rock, jazz, I don't know, roots music, whatever you call that long hair stuff, man. But yeah, the blues scale is one of the coolest scales to practice. So thanks for stopping by. If you want to leave a comment, I always like to read those. And subscribe. Thank you. See ya.